think of this? Eric, is this something that you think is good for the NL Central, good for this rivalry, and how it all played out, would you think?
I loved it. Like I said earlier, the issue is if I was a St. Louis Cardinal player, I wouldn't love it. I would have had the same reaction that Molina had. But the matter of fact is, I'm now officially an MLB analyst, and
is that official now?
I root for the analysis. So this gives us great analysis. So the way I look at it is good for the game. And this is what I said this earlier, Harold. You know what? In this day and age, there's not a ton of loyalty from players to teams and teams to players. And you don't really get that real good sense of camaraderie amongst teammates. I promise you, it's not really there. So it's really special when you have it. This is the type of things that brings teams together, that gels teams, that all of a sudden says, okay, we have the same passion as our fan base. And I'll tell you what was great to see is when Brandon Phillips came up to the plate, the Cincinnati fans gave him a standing ovation.
Yes, they did.
Right before this whole melee ensued.
Well, you know, it is great stuff for baseball. And it's that time of year right now. You hit on a great point, Eric, about the loyalty. But I look at Brandon Phillips' comments are to a group of guys who've been playing together for a long time. You know, that's the other part of it. It's not like they all of a sudden put together this team this year and all of a sudden the Cardinals went on a nice run. He's talking about a group of players that have been together a good 5, 6 years, you know, and some further than that. So he attacked their whole base of who they are. It's great stuff, man. But I'm going to tell you what. I got a chance to look at it from a different perspective, all right? I'm going to give a little twist to it. Here's how I saw it when I sat at home and got a chance to see these guys. We'll take a look at the tape, okay? You're going to like this, Greg.
Oh,
Check it out.
I will.
All right? So it's Phillips versus Molina. Now, Brandon comes to the plate. You know they got into it, right? But you know what it reminded me of? Tell the tape. 5'11", 230, 210 All-Star. 6 foot, 200. 210 All-Star. They played together, the same All-Star team a little while ago. Okay, so let's back it up. What actually happened? Okay, he comes and gives me, what up, dog? All right. I ain't your dog. What you talking about? All right. So then he steps off and says, oh, okay. You want to play like that, huh? No problem. Okay, that's cool. Let me get on in the plate and do my thing. Get back over here. Oh, man, it's getting ready to be on. What? Get back over here. You want none of this. Get bossa, man. What you talking about? You want none of this. Get bossa. It was on after that, right? Round one. Ding, ding. Here's the bell, all right? So Brandon Phillips, first swing, what's he do? He shakes the earth trying to leave the house. And then he hits a little breaker ball, second base grounds out. All right, no problem. 1 out. That's 1 at bat down. Molina's turn. He comes to the plate, gets to a 3-2 count. He gets a fastball and drives it out of the yard. And yes, saw it earlier in the highlight. He dropped his Brandon Phillips. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Let's rewind. What's he talking about? Check it out, Brandon. Oh, I see how it is. I see how it is. Trying to be like me, huh? Okay, all right, it's on now. So that's how I saw this whole thing. I loved it. You know, I just thought it was really cool. No pitch was even thrown in this game yet. But at the end of the day, all the funniness aside, I think it's really I watched this game with intensity. It put a microscope on this series. It put it into blast. You know, and this is cool. We're heading into August. We're in August. We're heading down the stretch. You like that stuff?
I'll tell you what. Listen, Greg, you're the one that gets over dramatic all the time.
I do, yeah.
And I'm about to say this, but that was the best breakdown I've ever seen. I had tears coming down my eyes watching that. I thank you for that.
Well,
totally unexpected. I had no idea that was coming.
It kind of made these guys real to everybody, all the baseball fans. Now we're talking about Yadier Molina as a hero in St. Louis and Brandon Phillips as the villain. Well, I'm sure people in St. Louis didn't look at Brandon Phillips that way, and I'm sure it's the exact opposite in Cincinnati right now. Fans in Cincinnati, matter of fact, in their local broadcast, they did a poll. The most hated team in Cincinnati within the broadcast. The Steelers and Bengals hate each other. Well, the Cardinals now got more votes than the Pittsburgh Steelers, the most hated team in Cincinnati.
It's great stuff. We need the rivalries. And I'm going to tell you what, the National League Central has been looked at as one of the low-level divisions for a long period of time. Mm-hmm. It really put it on blast, man. The microscope is there. This is a great series.
And getting back to actually what happened in the game, Jaime Garcia, now 10-5, Johnny Cueto loses now 11-3. Going forward, as we look at these two pitchers kind of personify, they're both so even. And you just wonder if Jaime Garcia evolves into that game stopper, a must-win pitcher. Johnny Cueto has to be looked at as the same kind of guy. Cueto outpitched in this game by Garcia.
I looked at it this way, and Burnsy, you can back me up and tell you what you think, but if you're facing a guy and you got all that adrenaline going, I want to see somebody throwing hard. Challenge me. Let's go. And that's what the Cardinals got. On the other side, you had Garcia and here's Brandon and everybody up there, and he's dropping this little breaking pitch. He's pulling a little changeup on you, a little more difficult to hit.
That was the first chance I got to watch Garcia pitch a whole game, and he can pitch. Like, that's why he's had so much success this year. Yeah. Not obviously because of the velocity or anything else. It's just the fact that he's moving his fastball in and out. He's got an unbelievable changeup, nice little breaking ball. This kid knows what he's doing. Like you said, Harold, all of a sudden you get that adrenaline going, and yes, Johnny Cueto throws hard, but that speed's increased tenfold as soon as that incident happened. Guys were up there and they were swinging hard.